Hello Scorpio, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly read from the 16th to the 22nd of December. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for getting the most watches last week. I think it was around about 4,000 views on your video last week. I'm impressed with that. Let me say I'm incredibly impressed with that. So of course you got the midweek read for that, which is pretty awesome. So I hope you enjoyed your midweek read. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. For the new subscribers, welcome. It's lovely to have you on board. If you do want a personal reading, you can check underneath the videos. All my details are there. Currently still offering the YouTube, you've got a Queen of Pentacles on your mind. Currently offering YouTube videos still for $30 if you just want to ask a question. And if you want to, you can hop over to my page on Facebook at the Aussie Goddess and join up. And I'm offering free reading, a free reading, which I try and do most weeks, depending on my time availability, I guess. But anyway, ready to do your reading using the Ciro Marchetti Gilded Tarot here. Very nice, Scorpio. The star comes out for you. First time I've seen it today. Very beautiful. You're on a divine path here. This is about hope, faith, healing, wishes coming in for you. Beautiful card. Okay, so the first card we have out is the Eight of Cups. Now the Eight of Cups, look, it talks about moving away from something because of lack of emotional satisfaction. So you're moving away from something here. And probably out for your Two of Cups, because there are 8 cups there and most of them are empty, so it may be about searching for love. Yeah, you're closing out a cycle here and moving on to something new. So you could be dissatisfied in a relationship. It might have fallen over. The World card talks about, you know, closing out negative cycles. It could have been a negative relationship, moving on. It can talk about closing out negative cycles around, you know, repetitive relationships. It can talk about moving from, you know, being single into a relationship. There's all sorts of things when the World closes out, but it is the last in the cards of the major of the tarot. So it's like you start a new journey after this. Okay, now we have the Four of Pentacles here. He's shown up a few times today. The Four of Pentacles talks about hanging on to things, being stubborn, not wanting to let go of what you've got. It can be that you're hanging on to old ideas here. Maybe that's why you've got this World card, because you're trying to close out this bad habit of hanging on to things, unable to let things go. Sometimes it can be about money. But in my experience, it's usually about hanging on to the past, hanging on to outmoded or outdated ideas, unable to move forward because of just hanging on to trying to do things the way they were always done rather than looking at new ways of doing things. Three of Swords here. This can be a third-party relationship. It's definitely heartbreak, but it's usually something else is involved here. Can be, when we say third party, it could be, you know, family interference, someone else's interference in your relationship that's caused you to break down. That's why you're walking away. You're still hanging on to something here, though. You're hanging on to something that you need to let go of. The world is asking you, universe is asking you to let this go so you can move on. You could be hanging on to the pain here from something that's gone before. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords coming out here, which is really nice because this talks about finding clarity, being able to stand in your truth and understand your true purpose and moving forward with that. I love the Ace of Swords because for me, out of all the swords, it's like that having the clarity to move forward, like really having a great understanding of your own self and your own truth. That's beautiful. Okay, so a little bit of sadness here, a bit of soul unhappiness. I do like that the light's shining down here because that says to me, don't despair, you know, that heavens are still shining a light on you here so you can move forward. So it's like you are being led which way to go here. Okay, how good is that? You've got the Chariot. So this is about taking your power back. You may have been in a very destructive relationship here. When I look at this, I think it looks to me like you've been in a relationship that's been very, very destructive, and you're waiting to close this out and move on. You feel quite heartbroken by that, but I look at this Four of Pentacles and I think, are you hanging on to your dignity here? Is this about hanging on to that last little bit of pride you've got left? Going forward here with this, Ace of Swords and gaining this clarity from a time where you felt spiritually depleted, this person feels like they've done a number on you here. But you're taking your power back with this Chariot. You're hanging on to what you've got left, whether that's your money or your belongings, your resources, your dignity, your pride. But you're definitely moving forward here. Whether you've got a broken heart or not, it's better than dealing with this spiritually feeling left out in the cold. Definitely finishing off a relationship with someone though. Oh, that's beautiful. So the Three of Wands is here. So this is about you waiting for your ships to come in here. Looking around, understanding that, you want to move forward. You've left 2 wands behind and you've got 1 wand in your hand. So you're leaving behind what no longer serves you here. And this could be about you walking away from a relationship to see what the world is now offering you. Okay, and look at this, because you're after true love. Beautiful here, Scorpio. So maybe this is what you've been hanging on to from your past. True love. Okay, I'm going to do a recap before we put the last card on. So when I look here and I see, I can't remember what card you had out in the beginning here. Oh, the Star. You're being divinely guided. No doubt about it at all. You're being pushed towards the soulmate here. Some of you are walking away from a situation. You've got to close out this situation. It's been painful. You felt spiritually depleted. You've been hurt. I feel like this relationship has taken everything from you. You're barely hanging on to this last bit of yourself that you've got left. It is heartbreaking. I understand that. I feel like maybe there was some other interference here. Could have been a third party. It doesn't feel like it's you, so it's very possible it could be the other person. But you're leaving something behind here. But I feel like you're just happy to get out, like you're just glad to move on. That you don't need to have everything with you. You now have the clarity you need to make a new start. You know that you've got past this Five of Pentacles energy, but what I love is that the universe is shining light on you here. And if I had thought about the Star, this is the universe saying, you may have felt this way in the past, but we're going to make sure you're looked after. Definitely taking your power back with the Chariot, really understanding the direction you want to move in. You're looking at this now. So I wonder if some of that hanging on is because you're going after someone that you loved from the past. You're hanging on to something from the past there, and you're moving towards that now. So maybe you've decided that you don't want to stay where you are. Look, I have a strong feeling that maybe you made a choice between 2 people and went down the wrong road. The only reason I say that is because he has 2 wands behind him and only 1 in front of him. So it's like you could have had 2 options and you picked the wrong one. And now I think you're going back to look for the person that you should have been with. And look at this. Oh my goodness, you can't make this shit up, right? Ace of Cups, brand new start in love. Heading in the right direction, Scorpio. What a beautiful reading. That's what's happening. You're off to find love. You didn't have it in this relationship. You've been left emotionally cold. That would be very hard for a Scorpio. But universe is sending you in the right direction. I love that you have the Star guiding you. Definitely about divine guidance here. So I'm going to pull an oracle card. Oh, that one wanted to jump out. Okay, it's a card of worth waiting for. And it says your patience will be rewarded. Worth waiting for. Beautiful. What a nice card to finish off your reading. Good luck, Scorpio. Tough reading, but good luck.